We use a lot of foams, okay, alginates, foams. If it's a very low exudating wound, you can even get away with just a, you know, like a simple dressing like a Telfa, but you need to have low exudate for that. But foams, alginates, if we're going to put them in a wrap or we have high exudate, then we'll move to some of the more advanced dressings for handling high exudate. You know, Sorbian is one of those dressings. It's basically the diaper wicking technology, okay? But really choosing secondary dressings, well, I'll make an exception in just a second, is based on exudate. Exudate dictates that, not LipoGel, okay? So the last thing I would say is just as far as gauze, you know, I really would prefer nobody use gauze on the wounds. Aside from the studies on wet to dry dressings that are out there that show that they're not beneficial and actually do harm, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The problem with gauze, specifically cotton, you know, it's a natural fiber. If you look at it under the microscope, you know, it's very rough and it has a lot of fibers. Gauze is a beautiful substrate for biofilm. Bacteria love gauze, okay? So I try to stay away from those. And when you're talking about polyurethane foams or some of these other dressings, it has a smooth surface and it's just not as conducive to basically igniting bacteria. There was actually a study done where some researchers were trying to effectively create chronic wounds in rats, okay? And you know, rats are pretty tough. It's not easy to create a chronic wound in a rat. And the way they do it is they make the wound on the rat and then they put gauze on it and leave it and don't change it, okay? And it'll go chronic after that. So the theory being is that the biofilm, you know, jumps on the gauze and seeds out to the wound. And, you know, just providing that for the listener's own information. I don't know that, I'm not saying you can extrapolate from rats to whatever, but I am saying without a doubt that gauze is a great substrate for biofilm accumulation.